You won't believe this. Skai Jackson's baby daddy just got arrested, and the charges have everyone's jaws on the floor. Mistreating her? Oh, it's way deeper than anyone expected, and the streets are buzzing with receipts and whispers of what really went down. Grab your tea, because this drama is unfolding fast, and you won't want to miss a single detail. So, it's official. Skai Jackson finally confirmed the pregnancy rumors. But the drama? Oh, it's wild. Her baby daddy, real name DeAndre Bergen, but he goes by the nickname Yerky, isn't exactly celebrating. The second she announced she was pregnant, he hopped on Facebook and started airing her out, saying she knew he didn't want any more kids. Turns out Yerky's already juggling multiple baby mamas and a handful of kids while making regular trips in and out of jail. Honestly, it's giving "what was she thinking" vibes, because letting him knock her up might have been her biggest mistake yet. People are definitely letting her know about online. "I can't believe Skai Jackson let this creature hit," and another person said, "Damn, she had baby by a goofy." But that's not even the worst of it. Yerky's been on live bragging about how he has no problem putting his hands on his baby mamas if they act out of line. Yup, you read that right. No wonder the cops were called a few weeks back after someone reported them fighting in public. When the police showed up, both Skai and Yerky played it cool, saying it wasn't physical, just a misunderstanding. Skai even claimed they were happily engaged and excited about the baby. But here's the twist. Deputies reviewed video footage that showed she pushed him. Skai ended up arrested for misdemeanor domestic battery, got fined, and was released a few hours later. Not long after that mess, paparazzi caught Skai and Yerky in another heated argument in the streets. This time, it was all verbal, but things looked bad. Skai was visibly upset and crying. Those photos not only showed how intense the situation was, but also confirmed what everyone suspected. Her baby bump was clearly visible under her oversized hoodie. Up until then, Skai had been tight-lipped about everything. But after those pics went viral, she finally decided to speak up. She dropped exclusive photos and shared her excitement with People magazine, saying, "I'm thrilled to begin this new chapter in my life, embracing motherhood and diving into my new acting projects. My heart is so full. At the end of the day, I look at myself as just a regular person that people happen to like." By the time she made the announcement, nobody was surprised. We all saw the bump in those paparazzi shots. The only person who seemed in denial was Skai herself. But now, the cat's officially out of the bag. People couldn't help but notice something odd about Skai's maternity photos. Her baby daddy, Yerky, was nowhere to be seen. Naturally, this got folks wondering if he skipped out because he's not exactly thrilled about her being pregnant. For those who don't know, this dude already has 3 kids with 3 different women, and one of them recently dragged him on social media, calling him a bum and a deadbeat. So it's not hard to figure out that the last thing he probably wants is another kid, especially with someone as high profile as Skai. And it doesn't stop there. Yerky's also a felon who's been in and out of jail for years. The internet even dug up an old video of his baby mama and 2 kids hugging him goodbye as he got escorted to jail in handcuffs. Anyway, back to Skai's pregnancy announcement. Yerky didn't hold back. As soon as she went public with the news, he ran straight to Facebook and had some not so nice things to say about the whole situation. On WAP, "I'm salty I got this dumb Disney Channel pregnant. I hate this." So after Yerky posted his rant on Facebook and it started blowing up, he quickly deleted it, but not before people grabbed screenshots and spread them everywhere. That's when Skai's best friend, Sydney Angela, stepped in to defend her. Sydney wasn't having it and went off on folks for dragging Skai. She said whatever Yerky posted doesn't even matter because Skai's not with him anymore. She added that Skai's already dealing with a lot during her pregnancy and doesn't need people dissecting her life or reminding her about her questionable choice in baby daddies. But Yerky just keeps on being weird. He went on to post this not longer after.
"Hey bro, that nigga in this wood right here. Stop comparing me to a dead nigga, bro. The fuck, is y'all cool? Like, what the fuck? Is y'all cool? Y'all keep on comparing me to a nigga that's dead." Yeah, do the most. Fuck around and see no
Bro, in the video, Yerky told viewers to stop comparing him to a dead person. A clear shot at Skai's late Jessie co-star, Cameron Boyce. For those who don't know, Cameron tragically passed away in July 2019 at just 20 years old due to an epilepsy-related seizure. Skai, who worked with him on Disney Channel's Jessie from 2011 to 2017, has always spoken highly of him. She once called him her brother in an emotional tribute too. Fast forward to now, and we got Skai's baby daddy Yerky getting arrested for a parole violation in Cincinnati, Ohio. Not cool. So, here's what went down. The police picked Yerky up for a juvenile parole violation warrant, but he wasn't going quietly. When officers confronted him, he tried to make a run for it. Yeah, Yerky thought he could outmaneuver the cops, on foot, no less. Spoiler alert, it didn't work out. He ended up falling during his getaway attempt and got himself a little souvenir for the trouble, a cut on his cheek. But the drama didn't stop there. The police weren't playing around. A video of the arrest hit social media, showing officers pinning him to the ground while slapping on the cuffs. You can see them holding him down while waiting for backup to arrive. As for the charges, Yerky was hit with a misdemeanor for obstructing official business. That's basically legal speak for trying to run from the cops. After being booked, though, he didn't stay behind bars for long. He was released not long after the incident. Oh, and let's not forget, this isn't the first time Skai's name has been dragged into legal drama. Just a few months back, there were reports of her own brief arrest tied to a domestic violence incident involving Yerky. Those charges were eventually dropped, but the headline still left a mark. For fans of Skai, it's becoming harder to reconcile the girl who once lit up Disney Channel screens with the personal drama that keeps making headlines. And with Yerky's latest stunt, it seems like things are only getting more complicated. The question now is, what's next for Skai and her relationship with Yerky? Or better yet, where the hell is this going to end? One thing is obvious at this point. When it comes to Skai, who she is as a star is not even close to who she is in private. But why is that? Well, let's see if we can answer that. So Skai Jackson's journey from Disney darling to embroiled in personal drama is the kind of story no one saw coming. When you hear her name, most people immediately think of Zuri Ross, the sassy, quick-witted character she played on Jessie. Skai was a role model for a generation of kids who grew up watching her, and she seemed to have her head firmly on her shoulders. That's why it's so jarring for fans to see her in this messy situation with Yerky, a man who's been making headlines for all the wrong reasons. On the one hand, you've got Skai, who built her brand on being polished, professional, and put together. On the other hand, you've got Yerky, whose rap sheet includes battery charges, parole violations, and a reputation for being a deadbeat dad. Fans are asking themselves how Skai, of all people, ended up tangled in this chaos. For a lot of them, it feels like a betrayal of the image she's portrayed for years. But the thing is, this isn't just about image, it's about choices and the fallout of those choices. Skai's supporters are torn between wanting to rally behind her and feeling disappointed that she got herself involved with someone who seems so obviously bad for her. The drama has cast a shadow over her previously untouchable reputation. Skai's not the first celebrity to go through something like this, though. From Britney Spears and Kevin Federline to Summer Walker and London, there's no shortage of stories about famous women who found themselves in messy relationships that played out in the public eye. These situations always spark the same questions. Why do talented, successful women end up with partners who seem so beneath them? And more importantly, how do they move on and rebuild? The parallels are striking. Britney's relationship with Kevin Federline was heavily criticized at the time, and it took years for her to regain control of her narrative. Similarly, Summer Walker's on-again, off-again drama with London on Daytrack has been a cautionary tale for fans about ignoring red flags. These stories are a reminder that even celebrities, people who seemingly have it all, aren't immune to making choices that leave their fans scratching their heads. What's frustrating for Skai's supporters is that they've seen how these stories can go. They know the toll this kind of public drama can take, especially when there's a child involved. And while some celebrities have managed to bounce back stronger than ever, others have struggled to shake the stigma of their bad relationships. Fans are hoping Skai will learn from these examples and take steps to protect herself and her child from any further chaos. At this point, the question on everyone's mind is, where does Skai go from here? She's already announced her pregnancy and seems to be embracing the idea of motherhood, but fans are hoping she'll also take a hard look at her relationship choices. Many believe that distancing herself from Yerke completely is the first step toward getting back on track. After all, her career is far from over, and she still has the potential to bounce back and rebuild her image. But the path forward won't be easy. Skai will need to prove to her fans and to herself that she's capable of making better decisions. Whether that means focusing on her career, leaning on her support system, or simply taking time to reflect, one thing's clear. Skai's story isn't over yet. Fans are just hoping the next chapter will be a little less messy and a lot more inspiring. In the meantime, the gossip and drama surrounding her situation aren't going anywhere. For better or worse, Skai Jackson is trending, and people can't stop watching to see what happens next. Make sure you stick around, because we'll be the first ones to let you know what happens next. In the meantime, make sure to check this video out.